Hey all, thanks for joining me tonight. I'm sorry for the lateness of the video. It's been kind of an allergic week. This video is sort of, because of that delay, I'm blaming my friend Veronica, just because. That's an inspiration of her. She mentioned having a pirate cold, and she lives about 140 miles away from me. And she's the only friend of mine down there who got it, who knows where I live exactly. So I'm blaming the fact that I sound like this on her. So no. But anyway, tonight's video is on a great myth, Aspies and lying. We have this myth that says that we can't lie, and I'm here to tell you that that's not true. We can. Um, we're very honest. By and large, we prefer the truth. A good friend of mine, Kevin Fury, says that he believes, and he's right, that I would prefer the harshest truth to the sweetest lie. And that's absolutely true. I had a fiance, and we broke up because she lied to me about something, some very big things. And had she told me the truth, I wouldn't have spent about $1,000 moving out to be with her, and wasted a good something month of my life. I mean, I got some great experiences. I got some tales that I wouldn't have had otherwise. I got to see some things that. So I mean, it had its good bad points, but still. So, um, so yeah, the great myth is that we don't lie. I would say that we have a reduced capacity to lie from birth. We're not natural liars. Some people are born manipulators. Some people are born salesmen. And even worse, some people are born politicians. But where's my rim shot when I need it? But we're not. We are. We are very honest, and I can be very, very honest to a fault. Oversharing, is very common with us. Complete truth is very honest, is very needful to us. We're almost obsessively, compulsively truth tellers. You know, it's not enough to tell you that it was a blue car. It's enough to tell you that it was a blue Subaru Brighton edition Legacy, and it was sedan, and it wasn't the sedan. It was, and we can tell you all about that. But it's not enough to say it was a blue station wagon. We have to tell you the whole thing. It's very compulsive. But lying, lying is, I think it is very much as you get older, even Aspies, or at least me, can learn to lie. I have found that I can tell a lie so long as I believe it. And in that moment, I don't have to believe it until I start telling the lie and immediately after telling the lie. But in between, when I'm telling the lie, I have to believe it. And I can convince myself of that. In fact, I think that the person who's best at lying to me is me. I told a lie for 17 years I didn't want to have kids. And I do. And the reasons why I didn't was more that I was afraid. But I came up with this very logical reason why I shouldn't have children. That it was okay not to have kids. And I could lie to myself and not face up to the truth. The truth is very, very harsh. But, so yeah, I can lie. And I can lie very well. I will tell you the truth. I'm going to ruin my own life in this next sentence. I lie a lot. Well, a lot more than people think I do. And since everyone thinks I don't lie at all, the fact that I do lie sometimes is going to come as a shock. In fact, it was once said some people don't lie at all just so that one time when they desperately need a lie to be believed is. And I'm kind of one of those people. I don't lie very much. And I use that to push across lies that I need to be believed. And, it's sort of like what the character Dr. Cal Lightman on Lie to Me said, was it's not about whether you lie, because everyone does. It's why. Why you're lying is much more important than what you said. So I'm going to tell you a lie right now, and I'm going to totally believe it. Ready? See if you can tell if I'm lying. My name is Jefferson Alvin Carver. and I'm a black man who's 24 years old. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I'm married to a short Puerto Rican lesbian Jew. See, there you go. It wasn't my best. I could lie and say, I'm gay. And I really like men. You know, the hairier, the manlier, the better. Lumberjacks, yeah, baby, just give them to me. And I don't know if that, I mean, you tell me if that was any good. But I do know that I told a lie to well, it regarded a parking ticket I've had in the past year. And I think that my best job at lying is when I'm lying in support of the truth. A good example would be if Obi-Wan Kenobi, what I told you was true from a certain point of view. You know, you can tell that's sort of telling a lie in support of a better truth. But I believe in that you can tell a lie in support of the truth. Or that you can lie because telling the truth won't be believed. I'm 5'11 and a half. But if I tell everyone I'm 5'11 and a half, they insist I'm actually 6'2". But if I tell everyone I'm 6 foot tall, they believe me. So people are willing to believe the lie and not believe the truth. On my driver's license, official government ID, it says I'm 6 foot tall because they believe that. They wouldn't believe me I was 5'11". So, yeah. So that's that. Aspies can lie. Aspies do lie. We just have to learn it. Okay, some people are born liars. Most people have some capacity. We have, at least in my experience, almost none. We have to learn it, like driving. Nobody's a born driver. Nobody's a born airline pilot. We all have to learn it. Nobody's a born physicist. We all have to learn the skills, and I did too. So that's the great lie. That's the myth of the lie, of the Aspie lie. Aspies don't lie. Aspies never lie. Aspies can't lie. Aspies do lie. Aspies can lie. Aspies will sometimes lie right to your face because they want you to believe it and believe them. We are not generally manipulative, but I have manipulated people. I have purposefully gone out and said things and done things to achieve a specific end in other people. I have manipulated them. I'm not a natural manipulator. You know, a friend of mine said, why are you so easy to manipulate? Because I'm an Aspie. Aspies, we're very easy to manipulate. And we're going to get into that in a later video about Aspies and crime rates. But I once manipulated this friend of mine, and she said, you just manipulated me. I said, yes, I did. She said, you did it purposefully. I said, yes, I did. She went, but you had to plan for it. I said, yes, I did. And so I can manipulate people. I'm not very good at it, but I can. And so I tend to try to manipulate people when it's very critical that I do, which is rare. Or when it's very easy for me, which is still rare. But yeah, so lies, manipulations, untruths. A friend of mine who's on the spectrum doesn't believe that there's such a thing as an innocent lie. I personally do. I have an associate's degree, as I've said, but it's from Western Nevada College, which is a 4-year school. So I can look you right in the eyes and tell you that I have a degree from a 4-year school and not be telling the truth and not be lying. But at the same time, I'm also telling the truth and I'm also lying. And she couldn't get that. But you don't have a 4-year degree. I said, that's never what I said. What exactly I said was, I have a degree and it's from a 4-year school. I have a degree from a 4-year school, which are both true. If you happen to believe that what I said was I have a bachelor's degree, well, that was the hope. That was my hope. That was what I was trying to achieve, was that you believe I have more education than I do. But that's never what I said. You see. And I tell that lie all the time. It's not, is it a lie? I don't know. It is. But it's also the truth. I haven't made up my mind. And as an Aspie, that bugs me. But we can lie. My name is Earl. I'm a 6'4" black astrophysicist who runs the Hayden Planetarium. And I'm also originally from the planet Xandar. My brother is Wolverine. Go X-Men.